Are you wondering if the North Idaho real estate market has finally cooled down enough to make your move? Well, I just pulled the latest numbers from our local MLS. Might surprise you. Interest rates are doing one thing. Inventory levels are shifting in a way we haven't seen in 3 years. And there's a specific window of opportunity that's opening up right now that could save you thousands. But here's the thing. This window won't stay open forever. And there are 3 key factors that you need to understand before you make a decision about buying in North Idaho. Hey there, I'm Reed Wilson from Revealing North Idaho, your local real estate expert with 20 years of experience and 10 years right here in this beautiful area in the North Idaho area. If you're thinking about buying a home or land here in North Idaho, you've probably been asking yourself, is now the right time to buy? Well, let's break it down. North Idaho has been booming lately. Over the last few years, with prices climbing year after year and doubling in some areas over the last 5 years. But high prices don't always mean it's a bad time to buy. It all depends on your goals, your timeline, and a few key factors that we're going to take a look at. Right now, median home prices in places like Coeur d'Alene and surrounding areas are around $535,000 of sold and an average sales price of right around $640,591, which is about the same as last year's in the median sales price, which only came up just a little bit, maybe $500. But the big difference was going into the average sales price, which was up from last year's $615,000. Inventory is now becoming more abundant, which is making it easier for buyers. There's more inventory out on the market. Sellers are having to, make a few more deals, and they're being a little more negotiable because homes are sitting on the market longer. It's a great time for buyers if it's the right situation. And that's kind of what we're getting at here today. What makes for the right situation? One thing unique to the North Idaho area is we do have 4 distinct seasons. Winters can be a challenge if you're not used to the snow and cold, and it can affect buying patterns. Many sellers will wait till the spring thinking that not much happens in the winter. And to some extent, that could be a little bit true because many people do not want to move in the winter. I certainly would not want to be moving in the snow and driving to North Idaho on the winter icy roads, and over the passes to get here, but it happens. And people do every day. So typically what we do see can work great for both or one or the other, depending on the type of property and where it's at. There is typically less inventory. So sellers do, in certain particular unique homes, they might get a little better price because there's not as much to pick from, and sometimes it will sit on the market less time. Now, the other side to that is depending on the type of property in the winter, a lot of times sellers are willing to negotiate quickly and want to get things moved because maybe they're hurrying in wanting to get moved. So they don't have to spend as much time in the snow and the cold and moving, or maybe they're going somewhere warmer and so they're in a hurry. And also timing comes into effect with a relocation and you're starting a job and you need to get your family moved out. So there are a few factors other than just the weather, but weather does play a factor up here. We typically see business start to pick up after the first of the year. Early spring, things start getting even busier, and it usually builds on up through the summertime, and summer is usually a pretty busy time because a lot of people come and fall in love with the area and decide, hey, this is where we want to be. There's always the push right there in the early fall because a lot of people want to be into homes before school starts or before snow flies or whatever that may be or look like. But so typically there is more, it's just supply and demand, right? I mean, we have more people looking and trying to purchase homes during those times, which typically will push push prices up. Well, right now, we're not seeing as big a push. We're seeing more inventory out there on the market right now. A lot of people are waiting for these interest rates to come down that we've been promised. And believe me, if you're sitting on a 2 and 3% interest rate, you're willing to bide your time till things come down a little bit, because it just doesn't make sense in most cases to sell your home, go to a higher priced home, and end up going to a higher interest rate just to add a little more room or get to a little different area. So typically it really has to make sense. Interest rates are another big factor. While higher rates can make monthly payments more expensive, locking in a home right now might protect you from even higher prices later. Rates in 2025 are sitting around that 6.5% to 7%, so they're still quite high. We're very hopeful that things are going to come down, but if you're working with your mortgage lender, take a look at what pricing might look like with buying a home at this prices now and being able to potentially refinance down the road here in the next year or two, versus waiting a year or two and prices going up 30 to 50,000 in some areas, and maybe higher in others, and having a potentially lower rate. So what would make more sense? And now certainly if you have that 2 and 3% interest rate like we talked about, it would be very hard for me to want to make that decision to move out of that property, maybe never sell it, because we may never see those types of rates again. But take a look, work with your mortgage professional. They can really help guide you to what makes sense financially for you. Here's my advice: work with someone who really knows the North Idaho market. Having an agent and a mortgage professional that know the area, have experience and inside knowledge of neighborhoods, pricing trends, hidden gems, that can make all the difference in your buying experience. To help you get started, I've put together a free North Idaho relocation guide packed with everything you need to know about moving here. Download it, it's in the comments below. And if you want to chat about your specific situation, feel free to call or text me. Me and my team, we're never too busy for you. Whether you're looking to move in the next 2 weeks or 2 years, we will be here, and we want to help make your move to North Idaho a smooth transition. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for more guides and updates and inside looks at what's going on here in the North Idaho real estate. We'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching.